Hello everyone. So I've understood that I'm in a very difficult place mentally. Like the past like half a year, maybe a bit longer than that. So uh, I think I've come to a conclusion that I gotta keep doing what makes me feel better, what makes me feel like worthy of continuing living, because it's no secret that most of us, or I don't know how many of us, I don't know the percentage, but like it's okay that sometimes some of us in some points of our lives we feel like we are not worthy of anything and why should we even continue living. I do feel like that a lot, especially late and especially at night. So today I woke up, I felt crazy. I talked with myself. I keep doing this thing that I record audios on WhatsApp to myself in a group, in my own group, because where else should I put that? I can't really just come on here on the internet and put everything on here, but I'm trying my best to do what I can and do what I love. And yeah, so I woke up, I talked with myself a lot, I cried a lot, and then I just completely switched up and I started like dressing up, dancing, filming myself, voguing. Like my mood swings are intense. And it's not even I'm not even like on my period or PMSing, like I'm actually like I don't know, I'm just human, okay? I have mood swings, it's normal. But yeah, so I just wanted to tell you that what really makes me feel better about my days when in a situation like this where I feel pretty pathetic. I have not found my space and place yet. I just have to wait it out. I know. No need to rush things. No need to force something onto myself that there's gonna be a time and space for that, you know. But I'm not ready for so many things, and it's hard for me to accept because I'm just so used to like working, like getting the next thing, and I've been sick for the past 2 weeks, and when nothing is happening outside and nothing is happening like in your outer reality, but there's so much going on inside, like how can I keep denying it? How can I keep denying that it's like so much happening inside, but like I just keep walking around the fact that turning inward and going straight through the problem, through the threshold, through the dark tunnel is actually the only way through. Like that's the only way to the root of the problem, to get through it, to move past it, and hasta la vista, you know, ciao. I just have to admit the things that I do not want to admit or say out loud. They're fucking crazy to me to say it out loud. But I have to do that to move past that. So that's what we're doing right here. So I feel pretty like the past few months, okay, like half a year or something, I've been feeling like my life goals and dreams and like things that I should do or want to adapt to, they've been switching like every half an hour. And maybe that's what I call those mood swings, but it's okay, it's all right. For young people, for people my age in their 20s, it's normal, blah blah blah, yappa yappa. But it is difficult to not lose yourself when you're also at the same time creating yourself. You're supposed to be experimenting and creating yourself, but it's so difficult to keep the sanity when you're just messing around and trying to really find your space and place in this world. Like it's like especially like I'm going through the same problems that everybody else in my age is going through. I know that, but I often forget it, that I'm not the only one. But I do feel extremely lonely, and most nights I just cry about everything. But just have to start reminding myself that I'm not really that special. Like, I have the whole world at my fingertips. Most of us do with our phones, and we all feel the loneliest that we have ever felt as humanity. Like, society is not progressing in that. What am I even talking about? I just feel, yeah, my problems are not unique, but that's not an excuse to not really acknowledge them and talk about them and share them with you and tell them out loud and recognize them for what they are. Because that, like, I've been blaming myself and feeling guilty for just having problems, feeling pain and a lot of frustration just because everybody else has them. So why should I feel them and talk about them if that's normal and you just suck it up, deal with it? That's not how this is gonna go. Because it's been way too long. It's been way too long overdue. Anyway, the thing that I was planning to say, or I'm trying to say, is that this makes me feel better. Like, sharing something with you, building a community, family, building a space where artists or creative people or just people who love yapping just come together and they appreciate the same style as I do, the same music as I do. And that's really all I've been ever wanting to do in my life as a musician and artist. Just to, like, I keep telling that to myself whenever I can. Like, why do I do this for? Why do I want to be a musician? Why do I want to write songs and sing and perform? Why do I want to be a performer? Why do I want to create worlds? I want to be a part of those people who inspire and create spaces, places, and rooms, and create alternate realities and, like, these little communities and practices for creative souls, musicians, for people to express themselves, because that's what's been driving me to keep on living. That's the only thing, like, okay, not the only thing, but like the major thing. That's the biggest thing in the world that's been driving me to keep on living and not jumping out of my window from the 9th floor. The only thing that's been keeping me here is alive is art and music and self-expression and the uniqueness of a soul. That's why I'm attracted to souls and so many discoveries with what is important to me recently. I've made so much sense of what is what just by talking to myself, which I never do. I never really speak like this to myself out loud, but this morning was very important for me. And then every night is pretty dramatic, but I'm fighting, and I want to keep creating. I want to keep going, and I know that I will not stop because difficulties will arise and they will come, and here I am, and I'm struggling a lot. I don't have a job. I have no finances to, like, do the things I want to do currently, and it's normal. It's fine. We're all human. But I have to say it out loud. I have to acknowledge it, speak it out, that so I don't hold it inside and hold grudges against myself. Let's just sing for a little singing break, and then I'll come back.
Found a place to grow. I feel wonderful. Found a place to move. I feel beautiful. Fall back in August, September. You should just fall back and wait. No, it's a glitter fog and all the smog in your mirrors. We should just fall back and wait. Delete your call login, clear your agenda. We should just eat what's on your plate. Da 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 da.
Yeah, I just want to stop feeling shame about everything I do. And I have my own obsessions, and the things that I'm obsessing about, I feel guilty about that. What the hell is it? Like, really, like, if we're being real right now, like, I guess that's like normal. Like, people go through that. I know it happens, but is it really that? Is it normal to feel guilty and shameful and totally like feel so bad about everything that you are and everything that you do and everything that comes out of me, everything that I like, everything that I say, everything I post, everything I do, everything I think about, and everything I feel. Everything. I feel guilty about existing every second of my life. Is it normal? I don't think so. It's way harder to say this for me than you would think. But I think that's such big progress that I'm even like able to say it. So I just been feeling so much shame for wanting to do what I want to do. And I know that the environment plays a big role in this. And I feel shameful for blaming the environment as well. I feel shameful for wanting to blame somebody or wanting to complain. I feel a lot of shame, like every direction I try to, like, my heart wants to go. And you know, if anybody of you knows anything about astrology, then I can explain it through that, because I am obsessed with astrology. I have been obsessed with astrology ever since I was a child, and I know it in depth. And I can tell you and show you in my birth chart exactly what like why is it like this. But still, there's a reason why I'm obsessed with those graphs and charts, because all my life I've been trying to explain why do I feel like this, and that's the best form of, like, that's the closest thing to a solution and like to an explanation to how I'm feeling that I've ever found in astrology. And why do I like the things that I do? Why do I sing? Why did I not sing before? Why do all of a sudden I feel like this and then that? But I know that not everybody is into that, and I know that the world is very diverse, and astrology is not all there is. So that's why I try to not speak about this as well, because I feel shame again about even being into astrology. Like I'm so sick of feeling guilty and feeling like insecure, like self-conscious and 200% insecure about everything that I am. And it might come as a big surprise to many of you that I say this, like, I mean, to those of you who might watch this and might have known me for ever since like childhood or like high school or art school or like before that. If any, like, I doubt that anyone's watching here, because like if you are, then ciao. If you are, then like I don't think that's real, because nobody has ever like given me any feedback, or I have not heard back from anybody, because okay, that's a whole different story. But yeah, it might come as a surprise, because I've just always been eccentric. That's how, at least, like, how people have seen me from the outside, which also could be explained by astrology, Sagittarius rising, you know. But Venus in Aries. But I just have that impending doom, and that confidence is often forced out of me. Like, how to better explain it? I don't even know how to say it. That confidence and, like, extravagance and total, like fucking go strip, go Vogue, go total hardcore eccentric style, fashion extremes, lyrical, musical extremes. All of that is like a protest. It has always been a protest to people seeing me as weak, people saying that I'm shy and quiet, and that it's like leadership is not really for me. Being a front woman is not really my thing. It's not for you. And we talked about the environment thing, right? We talked about the environment is very important, especially for a Pisces that I am in my sun sign. It's very important for me, the environment that I live in, and I feel guilty for blaming anything or anybody or the environment, because I'm so grateful that I have a family. I'm grateful that I have a space where to stay right now, even though, like, I'm jobless. I do not study. I'm just fucking, like, I'm a mess. But I feel so grateful that I can eat food, that I have food in my belly right now. But let me just rant for a bit. Let me just complain for a bit without feeling guilty and shameful and, like, totally, like, insignificant. I just want to complain. Okay? And the environment has been suffocating me for my whole entire life here. And it's so hard for me to say it out loud. It's so hard for me to do that because I was never allowed to say anything. And because if I would have said anything, there's always, like, a backlash that's, like, 5 times stronger than any word that comes out of my mouth. Like, 2 words would come out of my mouth about me not feeling free to express myself, and there would be, like, 20 words over me, like, you're a slut, you like, everything you do is bullshit, you will grow out of it. Yeah. I mean, I really, like, if my mom is watching this right now, she probably does not understand English, but if she is, like, hi. We have come to this. Look what we have come to. I cannot reach you, and I cannot, I cannot do it otherwise. I cannot do it differently. This is the only way how I can do this. I did not speak to my family at all, even though we lived in the same house. I did not speak to anybody for so many years, and I still don't really do that. Well, except the basic interactions, like small talk. Like, I don't even do the small talk. I hate small talk. I hate hugging. The thing is that I'm extremely cold, like colder than coldest ice on this planet, like to my family and also friends. And that's why I've always gravitated towards online communities, online friendships, spaces, and friends and people, and just communities on the internet. And that's where I've met most of my people that I used to talk to throughout the years, and friends from all across the globe, from the other side of the world, from everywhere. And most of my time that I've spent developing myself, socializing, and being and finding myself and creating myself has been in the online space, in the web, because my web in the physical world around me, in the environment, is a prison. It has always been a prison for me. I'm literally like living in a gray matter, in gray space, in like this like dark void. I'm like living here. That's how I've always felt. Like everywhere I go, everything I do, the environment is hurting me. That's how I've always felt, and I've never had the guts to speak up about it, because when I tried, my heart was run over by 100 tanks and shot, and because in the environment that I live in, like, your emotions are not, they're not really existing, like, and if they do exist, then how is that important? How is that something like that's not really human. And that's why most of my life I've thought of myself as not human, because I have emotions and I want to be an artist, and most of my life I've been thinking of myself as some alien creature, because that's what I've been called most of my life from the environment, and never had the guts to say it. But like, even now when I'm fucking speaking about it, I feel like I am the one to blame for feeling like this. Why is it like that? I shouldn't feel like this. I shouldn't feel like I am the one to blame for not coming to open contact with the environment. And when I say the environment, I mostly mean my family, like 3 other people that live in this house, and of course the outside, the view outside my window, which could not be more depressing, and I've been living in the same space for most of my life. And the feeling of not knowing, like, that's the worst feeling in the world. Like, when you know that this might be a possibility, that everything that you are right now, and everything I am doing right now, and all my interests and what I want to do, might be in spite of somebody that has, like, denied you or disliked everything that you do and been on your ass about every single move you make in your life. And then try to change you, and every choice, every step that I would take is another mistake. But like the feeling of like not knowing if when I actually get away from this environment, will I stay the same with the same interests and feelings and with the same personality that I do have right here. Like, I do not know. Will I ever know? We'll find out, because I am actually getting into my own place in a week, or less than a week. It's a very symbolic period of my life right now, but I don't feel like that, because I feel like trash. And I know I have to wait it out. I know I have to just let it pass and let it do its thing. I know. But I can't, like, I have to allow myself to feel this, because I can't just stop my feelings and stop it and hold it back. Like, if it wants to come out, it has to come out. And guess what? It's coming out on YouTube, because where else would I put this shit? I have no one to really, like, put this on. And I mean, I do have a partner. I do have a person that I trust, but some things are just not meant for anyone. And I've been a loner without anybody that I really would call a friend, or like girls or my people, like ever. And most of what I talk about and most of where I rant is the internet. So here we fucking go again. I just feel way better like that. astrology can explain it as well there, because my sun is in conjunction with Uranus and also with Mercury, like I have a stellium there. Also, what I feel very guilty about, shameful about, that I'm planning to let go of very soon, as soon as I get my space and as soon as okay, starting from today. Let's not start from in a week or in 2 weeks. Let's try to do it every day, okay? I'm trying to let go of feeling bad about creating my own reality from my point of view and not from my mom's point of view and not from somebody else's point of view. It's so difficult, so difficult to stand my own ground, especially as a Pisces. But okay, let's throw away astrology for a while. But it's just literally, astrology is the way how I think, how I see the world, so I cannot not mention it. But so it's extremely difficult to feel good about myself with the choices I make, because they're my choices, because I've been only rewarded and made feel good about myself and my life and that I'm worthy of something if I make the choices that somebody else made before me. And if I take that path, then I did the right choice and I did the right thing. And I never even thought about it like that. That's crazy. Right now, when you say it out loud, when you speak to yourself, there's a lot of shit that comes up that does not usually come up when you're just going about your day. But when you actually sit down and decide to speak to yourself, it's like a form of therapy. That's why I do this. And any other video that you see on here, it might not be as vulnerable all the time, but that's also one of my goals, to just keep on practicing being vulnerable, because I have never in my life, I'm never vulnerable. I never show it to anybody to the world. Of course, it's easy to just press a few buttons, just cry here a bit and then post it. It's just pressing a few buttons, but actually putting this into a song, into art, into something that will move others. Ooh, I got the shivers. So putting it there, it's very, very, very difficult for me, because it does not come out the usual way, oh, fuck his ass, he cheated on me, blah, 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 blah. I'm just giving an example. I cannot name those emotions like that. I cannot really speak about them directly. They come out of me as very horrifying horror drawings or horror photography, or my style, or very, very dark makeup, or heavy songs and heavy sounds. I was, for a very long time in my life, I was into a lot of noise, just noise music, and not as an ironic thing, not as a for the jokes. No, I was actually into a lot of noises, and I loved noises, and I was a metalhead when I started out my musical journey, since 12 years old to 15, 16, for sure. I was only listening to a lot of metal. I was a total expert in metal genres, metalhead, fully, 100%. You can see my jacket here. It's from those times. Wait. So Amon Amarth was one of those melodic death metal bands that were one of my favorite. But my favorite melodic death metal band was Children of Bodom, okay? Okay, let's not get into that. But I've been into a lot of rap and hip hop lately, and that has been growing my confidence and inspired me to stop feeling guilty about existing and making my own confident choices in life. Because at my age, I'm a grown-up and I'm an adult, and I should not be feeling like everything that I do with my life is a sin. Everything I do in my life, every step, literally every step that I take is in the wrong direction. I should not feel like that, and I cannot wait to stop feeling like that. How does it feel to actually feel confident in yourself and every choice you make, and when you go outside you breathe air and you feel like you don't want to like crawl into the ground? How does it feel like? I would like to know. I don't think I've ever felt like that. I don't think I've ever gone outside of my house, outdoors, and felt like I deserve to be on the street. I deserve to go into the shop. You have no fucking clue how socially fucking scared I am of everything. Because I've spent most of my life on the internet. But it takes nothing. It takes me nothing to go on stage, sing, do art, dance, post a video of me dancing or singing. It takes nothing of me. It comes so easy because I love to do it. I love to do it. But yeah, I also was in Latvian X Factor 2 years ago. And I totally forgot about that because it was like, let's just fucking go. Let's sing something. And they liked me. They gave me 4 yeses. And I got to the next part, but then I failed out because the song was shit. I was not practicing. I was super self-conscious. It was a very dark time. I was lost. My voice was not good. It was bad. If you ever find that performance online, oof, like it's fun to look back, okay? But whatever. I'm just happy that I got at least a little bit out of my system. At least a little bit, you know? Even if like one person watches this, like my job is complete. Even if one person got something out of this, like, or felt less alone, a little bit less confined in their own headspace, if at least one person heard something, like a single word or a phrase that made them feel a little bit better or changed their perspective, then my job here is complete. Because it was never about numbers or anything. I don't do any of this for anything. Like, that's why performing, that's why singing, that's why creating art and being an entertainer or whatever you want to call it, musician. That's why I think it's for me, because I want to inspire and I want to make people feel the same ways that other musicians make me feel, because that feeling is profound. It's magic. It's literally magic. It's the creative force. It's the soul. It's the spirit of this world. It's my calling. It's what I'm here to do. And why do I feel bad about saying it? Why do I feel guilty about saying that I want to do it? I'm living in this fucking self-conflict and self-torment 24/7. No, 25/8. Even when I'm sleeping, my dreams are mostly nightmares where everyone's like killing me. Okay, that is a whole different topic. I should make a whole different video about my nightmares. Anyway, I hope. Okay, right now I want to end this video by at least some sort of like resolution or conclusion. So let's finally get to that, okay? I haven't been able to see past like 1 or 2 days ahead in the future for a very long time. Like a year now. I haven't been able to see my future past today. It's very sad. I was stuck in like today. I'm still stuck in today. I had like, what is happening? But I do have those higher dreams and goals that I do not even allow myself to fully dream of because I'm so suppressed by everything. It's so hard. It's so fucking hard. But yeah, but I do have those goals. And what I have been dreaming about is finding my tribe. Actually, in real life as well. In the physical space that this reality is. And it's not as easy as I thought it would be. Because I have had some bad experiences where I did not feel aligned, and then I tried to switch my whole personality and failed, and the result of the art that came out of it was it was not me. Okay, let's just leave it at that. It was not me. And there's no worse thing than that, than putting out something that's not me and trying to be proud of it, trying to love it, just in spite of like, oh, now I have the people, finally. And just because you have somebody, you try to like, no, that's not your person. That's not your person. That's not your mission. That's not your spirit. Why are you trying to be false? Why are you trying to like put something that's not you? That's wrong for you. Why are you trying to put that on your art, on yourself, on your craft, on your spirit? Why do you do that? Like, no. It's very hard for me to speak those boundaries. And right now, as much as I would like to like meet new people, make new collaborations, make connections, maybe find an engineer or like a producer that I'm so desperately trying to find most of my life. Like as much as I would want to like right now find the right person, I can't. Because I have to sort my shit out. And it's already the next step forward in my journey that I acknowledge this, because that's so important. That I work on myself, that I really double down on who I want to be and what are my plans and what is my sound, and trying to like really be confident in my skin. And only then will the right people come by, because they will see me for who I am. And then the right energy attracts the right energy. The right wavelength attracts the right wavelength, and then we wipe together, okay? Okay. So I'm just trying to be real and vulnerable. That's what this world needs. We need more people feeling their feelings, not thinking through them. It's important. And that's my biggest mistake in life. That I've been trying to think through my feelings and not really feel them and go through them with your heart, and like really allowing them to flow over you and just going through the feelings and feeling them with your whole being, and come and not trying to logically put them in a box and push them away, like with your logic, like think through, like this is wrong and I shouldn't feel like that. That's not cool, you know. So my conclusions, and I cannot arrive to conclusions because I have to rant. I'm sorry, but yeah, my conclusions are: I'm happy that whoever listens to this is listening to this, and please reach out to me. You can tell me your story, or you can share anything that you might have thought of or learned while listening to this, and if not, that's okay. And if you thought that this was total bullshit, that's okay. If you're planning to write something negative, that's alright, because I need that to learn from it and to understand how to not take you to heart, because I take everything to heart. So I need all that's in you, I need it for me. And I guarantee you, I gave you so much in this video, you have to give something back to me. Because if you got this far, you gotta give your energy, your thoughts, your feelings about this back in an energy exchange, so we can continue rolling, growing, and grooving and moving. So I present to you this beautiful bath bomb that looks like a bee. And with this, we're gonna conclude this video because I could go for hours because I do not have a therapist, I do not have friends, I do not have people that I trust with this stuff, but I end up trusting the web that it will lead me to the right places. So, okay. Look how cute it is. It has the scent of honey. It has the scent of honey. It has the scent of honey. Okay, that's it. Bye-bye.